Hey everybody, it's Omar, CEO here at BusySeed. And I'm here to talk to you about ranking on Google and how it's not enough anymore. So, search is changing. I think we've all felt that. We've noticed it. We've seen AI. Everything's been marketed with AI. Slap an AI sticker on anything, and that's what a lot of companies are trying to do. But more importantly, search is heavily changing and businesses are still measuring in the old way. What I'm talking about here really is the behavioral change of what AI and how search is being done. Let's talk about the shift in discovery. People aren't just searching anymore, they're asking. AI is answering. ChatGPT has over 800 million weekly active users and processes 2 billion queries daily. It now has the 5th most visited website globally. And we think, wow, 5th, Google's on top of there, Meta's on top of there. To be the 5th most visited page globally, it means a lot. Google AI overviews are now reaching 1.5 billion monthly users. This is just using Google, seeing the AI overview coming, and oftentimes just not clicking on anything else, not clicking on a website, just doing what's called a no-click search. The other thing too is more and more as time goes on, Google's showing their AI overviews at the top. So right now we're seeing somewhere to the tune of 25% of all Google searches have AI overviews. This is going to be increasing as time goes on, and eventually Google's going to push away from its regular search and embrace the full AI Gemini type discovery, especially once people away from its own platform. But around 93% of AI search sessions end without a click, and this is verified by SEMrush, but what I'll say here is that this is exactly what I'm talking about, the no-click searches. People are getting the information they need, and they're saying, all right, I'm done, I'm good, I got what I needed. The mentality has shifted. It's no longer about where do we rank, it's about do we BusySeed? In collaboration with Ranks, a software that we have built here at BusySeed to analyze and to track AI searches for individuals, businesses, enterprises, agencies. Well, we've been tracking around 520,000 prompts per week. What we found is a lot of companies who think they're showing up, who've had good SEO, are actually showing up because there's a different mentality between SEO and actually showing up on GEO, which is AI search. But the biggest thing to keep in mind here is that really, when you start implementing GEO, it's found that brands tend to see 30 to 40% more AI referral traffic, and this was a study done by Upgrowth, than those who aren't doing it. So it's important to make sure that you stay on and you actually push. But the questions I get from everybody, from marketing veterans in these big companies, down to just really a mom and pop shop is, how do I rank on AI? There's so many different elements. For that, I'm going to gatekeep that. Rather, I'm just going to tell you to go look at one of our webinars where we explain a lot of these. We talk about the different aspects of AI. I talk about the 4 pillars, which is authority, content, indexing, and social. So keep that in mind. But with our SeedGEO system, our BusySeed system, and then our Ranks system, the sister company we made for a lot of this heavy tracking, what we do there and what we help you do, whether we're doing it white glove for you or you're using Ranksa to do this manually yourself, is we measure where your brand appears on AI and we search hundreds of prompts. We track how your competitors are positioned. We identify where there are certain opportunities. We even have an opportunity finder in Ranksa to help you find these rare opportunities to try to rank for. And we turn something that's mostly invisible to something that's measurable. All the metrics, all the competitors get shown nice, easy for you to help you grow. And why this matters is really 54% of US marketers are planning at some point to implement GEO in the next 6 months. Now, my opinion is you should be implementing GEO now, but this is what eMarketer in their January 2026 findings reported. It's probably even higher at this point with AI advancing faster and faster. The GEO market is projected to go from 840 million in 2025 to 33.7 billion by 2034. And we're looking essentially at a 10-year change here, but that massive growth will probably even happen sooner. This is a Dimension market research study. Ultimately, if you're not doing this, you're going to be losing out in the big time because your competitors are shifting over to GEO. So in short, where BusySeed can help, either with our core SeedGEO services here at BusySeed, where we take care of the whole 9 yards for you, completely white glove. We help you get ranked and we do it in a measurable way, or using Ranksa to do this yourself with you, your team, or anybody else. It's important that to make sure you are starting to shift your mentality away from the old SEO days And make sure you're factoring in GEO because this is where discovery is heading. And if you're not on it, you're going to be left behind. This has been Omar again. Thank you for listening. Have a good one.